Our top story this morning on First Up is that the centre is also to ban almost all cryptocurrencies in the country. The Modi-led government will table cryptocurrencies and regulation of official digital currency bill 2021 in the upcoming winter session of Parliament. The bill aims to regulate cryptocurrency in the country with some exceptions to promote the technology and its applications. The bill also seeks to facilitate a framework for the creation of official digital currency that will be issued by the Reserve Bank of India. Now, the move by centre comes in the backdrop of worries that such currencies are essentially being used to deceive investors with false claims and to fund terror activities. Now, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, mining, HODL, the crypto universe has a lot of new terms that can be quite confusing for beginners. And that's why our tech editor, Ayush Ailavari, breaks it all down for you in this report.
There's this sense of FOMO that's setting in for a lot of us who don't really understand what's really happening in the crypto world. Don't worry, we've got you covered. Here's a starter pack on some crypto lingo that might be useful for your next dinner table conversation. Crypto coins, cryptocurrencies are virtual assets. What it means is there's no tangible asset like a coin or paper. It's just a bunch of code being exchanged on a network, or what we call a blockchain. Bitcoin mining, one of the most popular cryptocurrencies, is Bitcoin, and the process by which new Bitcoins are created is called mining. Again, not to burst your bubble here, but there's no real caves and mines and stuff. It's just a bunch of complex mathematical puzzles which are solved on high-end computers, and on successful completion, the miner or coder is rewarded with Bitcoin. Dogecoin, what seems to be Elon Musk's favorite cryptocurrency, actually started out as a joke. Well, it uses the popular Doge meme as its logo, and it's no laughing matter now. Dogecoin is actually accepted by some sports teams and companies like SpaceX, literally taking it to the moon. To the moon! Speaking of to the moon, when a cryptocurrency's price is experiencing a massive spike, traders and analysts will literally say that this coin is headed to the moon. It's good to be wary though of the risks involved, because what goes up to the moon could eventually come back down to Earth really soon. HODL. Someone misspelled the word hold, but now it's become a crypto term which stands for hold on for dear life. Basically, it means don't sell your crypto. HODL it. Weather the storm instead and wait for the good times that probably lie ahead. So there you have it, geeky lingo that can take you from being a crypto noob to a crypto dude, one step at a time. Stay tuned to Business Today for more.
And this morning, let's also get you details of the big political story of the day. There's been heightened political tensions in Tripura between the BJP and the Trinamool Congress. Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is scheduled to meet Prime Minister Modi and discuss a wide range of issues, including pending dues to the state and the flashpoint with the extension of BSF jurisdiction. The meeting between the two leaders is likely to happen at 5 p.m. at the PMO. Now, Mamata's meeting with the Prime Minister comes after the Bengal Assembly also moved a resolution against the centre's decision to increase Border Security Force jurisdiction to 50 kilometres from 15 kilometres along the international border in the state. Mamata has called the central government's BSF jurisdiction extension as an attack on federalism. Now, controversy has erupted over the convocation ceremony that was held at IIT Madras. The 58th convocation ceremony was held for 1,962 students. A row was triggered when IIT Madras did not play the Tamil anthem at the event and instead chose to play Sanskrit songs. Political parties across Tamil Nadu slammed IIT Madras over this incident. PMK leader S. Ramador said that ignoring the anthem is an act of insult towards Tamilians. He also urged the state government to speak to the institute's management. Now, the DMK and the AIADMK have also slammed IIT Madras over their failure to pay the anthem. PMK cadres held a protest near IIT Madras campus against the management over this incident.
நிச்சயமா அதாவது இது வந்து உண்மையிலேயே கண்டிக்கத்தக்க ஒரு விஷயம் தான். அதில் மாற்று கருத்து கிடையாது. பல முறை நம்முடைய பாரத பிரதமர் அவர்கள் தமிழ் மொழியினுடைய பெருமை குறித்து மிகவும் சிலாகித்து பேசியிருக்கின்றார். அவர் திருவள்ளுவரையும் நம்முடைய தமிழ் புலவர்களையும் கோட் பண்ணாமல் பேசுகிறதே கிடையாது. அப்போ அதெல்லாம் வெறும் வாய் வார்த்தைகளாக இல்லாமல் அதுவும் தமிழகத்திலே.
Politics over the RSS workers' murder in Kerala rages on. The BJP slammed Pinarayi Vijayan government alleged that Kerala is turning into Syria. BJP State Unit Chief K. Surendran said that the PFI poses a threat to the nation and that there is no check on the Islamic terror that's been backed by the organization. While seeking a fair probe in the Sanjit murder case, the Saffron Party has alleged a secret understanding between PFI and the left and the CPIM. The 34-member probe team yesterday arrested a PFI office bearer in the case after questioning 3 locals. Remember that a 27-year-old RSS worker was murdered brutally on November 15th in front of his wife in broad daylight in Palakkad.
और विपक्ष में बैठे कांग्रेस दोनों इतना डर रहे कि इस्लामिक आतंकवाद के खिलाफ बोलने के लिए वो एक शब्द नहीं बताते हैं। और पिछले कुछ सालों के अंतर्गत ये केवल आरएसएस के कार्यकर्ताओं पर हत्या हो रहा है ऐसे नहीं है, सीपीएम का भी कार्यकर्ताओं का हत्या हुई है।
So what was the motive behind killing Sanjit? Was it a political murder or was it personal enmity? We're getting you the latest updates on the investigation in this report filed by Rickson Oman.
Cornered, attacked, stabbed mercilessly, and then hacked to death. 27-year-old RSS worker Sanjit Kumar was killed in front of his wife on 15th November 2021 in Palakkad district of Kerala. According to police, Sanjit was killed when he was dropping his wife to her workplace. A popular Front of India leader has now been arrested in connection with Sanjit's murder.
അറസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന വ്യക്തി എന്നുള്ളത് പോപ്പുലർ ഫ്രണ്ട് ഓഫ് ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ഭാരവാസമുള്ള പ്രവർത്തകനാണ്. ഈ കേസിനകത്ത് പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട തെളിവെന്ന് പറയുന്ന ദൃക്സാക്ഷികളായത് ടെസ്റ്റ് ഐഡന്റിഫിക്കേഷൻ പരേഡ് അടക്കമുള്ള ഒട്ടനവധി ഇൻവെസ്റ്റിഗേഷൻ പ്രൊസീജിയേഴ്സ് പെൻഡിങ് ഉണ്ട്. അതിൻ്റെ വെളിച്ചത്തിൽ പ്രതികളെ പിടിക്കപ്പെടുന്നവരുടെ പേര്, ചിത്രങ്ങൾ ഇതെല്ലാം പുറത്തു വിടുന്നത് കേസിൻ്റെ സക്സസ്ഫുൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ട്രയലിനെ ബാധിക്കുമെന്നുള്ള വിലയിരുത്തലാണ്.
BJP State President K. Surendran had met Union Home Minister Amit Shah to seek an NIA probe into the killing.
I think you must have aware of 2 brutal killings by PFI, the Islamic terror outfit, in Kerala last 20 days. In Kerala, there is hand in glove with PFI, CPM, secret understanding between CPM and PFI.
A 34-member Kerala police team has been set up to probe Sanjit's murder. Several PFI workers have been questioned by police to find out if it was political vendetta or personal enmity. After the killing of Sanjit, BJP also held a secretariat march and demanded a fair probe into the matter. Kerala BJP chief V. Muralidharan led the protest and accused the state government of protecting the perpetrators.
जो PFI, SDPI type radical आइडियोलॉजी वाले एलिमेंट्स घुसकर ऐसे वायलेंस इन्फ्लिक्ट करते हैं लोगों पर, उसका बहुत ही डेंजरस इफेक्ट हो सकता है देश पर भी और केरल पर भी. तो इसके बारे में हमने गृह मंत्री जी से आग्रह किया है कि उसका जरा वो ध्यान दें.
Police officials also said that they can't reveal more details about his identity as it would affect the proposed identification parade and the course of investigation. With video journalist Singu Rajashekaran, Rickson Uman reporting for India Today.
Let's get you also a heartbreaking story this morning. With sighs and sobs, a broken mother from Kashmir received the Shaurya Chakra, the country's third highest gallantry award for peacetime, on behalf of her son, who died in the line of duty in an anti-terror operation in 2019. Here's that heartbreaking footage.
श्री बिलाल अहमद मागरे बारामूला में विशेष पुलिस अधिकारी के रूप में कार्यरत थे.
A mother turns emotional, struggling to hold back tears, but standing strong for her son.
सर्च ऑपरेशन चलाया गया.
This is Sara Begum, mother of Jammu and Kashmir SPO Bilal Ahmed Magre.
निरस्त करने के लिए श्री बिलाल अहमद मागरे ने स्वेच्छा से इस अभियान में हिस्सा लिया.
Receiving the Shaurya Chakra, the country's third highest peacetime gallantry award, conferred on her son for his supreme sacrifice. Bilal Ahmed Magre died in the line of duty in an anti-terror operation in 2019 while engaging terrorists and evacuating civilians. Magre continued fighting valiantly despite being seriously injured, an ultimate act of bravery that saved many lives. After Sara Begum received the award from President Ram Nath Kovind, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, moved by the emotionally charged moment, was seen consoling Magre's mother. India salutes Bilal Ahmed Magre, who laid down his life for his motherland. Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, after months of delay, Covaxin is finally getting global recognition. The CEO of Bharat Biotech, Krishna Ella, spoke to India Today, Sneha Murdani, on the WHO nod for Covaxin, the politics, and also all the buzz over a vaccine for kids.
Do tell us how difficult this entire period has been and how do you look at this approval?
I mean, it is difficult because, you know, that you have to do it everything in 10, 12, 11 months was the toughest challenge. When we have done the WHO pre-qualification before, but doing it in 10, 11 months was a Herculean task. And I think we want to thank everyone, particularly NIV, ICMR, and WHO, and our government of India. Everybody, I think everybody was good intentions are good to do something to the society. I think the public health is won the game.
You know, Dr. Ella, you did say something that I remember just a while ago, that, you know, there is a sense in India that whatever is made in India is not good. You know, if Pfizer makes a vaccine, maybe it's good, but what we make in India may actually not be up to the mark. Did that thought stay with you throughout this entire period of developing the vaccine, and were you demotivated at any point?
I was not demotivated, but if you produce a good science, good publication to authenticate that we are not inferior to any of the multinationals in the world, I think people will accept. Today, you know, Covaxin is a better accepted as a product, not only in India and other part of the world. And, you know, none other than Francis Collins, who is the NIH director, is acknowledging the Covaxin. And I think that's a good credibility for India. And I think we are thankful for all these things.
How perturbed were you when there was a lot of conversation about this being, you know, a political vaccine, a BJP vaccine, a lot of things were said. Did it upset you?
It does affect, it does hurt, because we are not political people. We are only, our party is science. We breathe science. We want to do science. Nothing else we know it. But somebody says somebody doesn't like somebody and relate that one to us, that hurts. And I think science has to be neutral. We are not belong to political party or journalism or anything. We are neutral. So we want to do the best science. I think it does hurt. But, you know, for us, we have to look at the long run, what has to achieve for the country. That's how we looked at it.
You know, my last question to you, sir, is about this tension that you had all throughout. Given that it's a BSL-3 facility, you're working with a live virus, you did say that one mistake would cost us dear. Just do tell our viewers what could have happened had anything gone wrong, and what was the kind of pressure that you were facing all throughout?
See, we were working when there is no vaccine. And we're working in a BSL-3 containment. My employees are working and they go visit their family. And if somebody gets contaminated in the premise and they carry it to the family, and that spreads to the city is the most disaster for us. And that was a really concern for us. Our employees' safety is the most pivotal important. And that is what we have given all the importance to them. Because every dress they wear, each one dress is a 5 lakhs rupees. One dress. And with oxygen meter. And so that was we have given every importance to the people's protection. People are working in the plant. That was important for us. And then we want to thank the volunteers because usually clinical trial is not being done in this country. Clinical research is not done. See, people do bioequivalence, injecting ampicillin and look at HPLC profile and all that. But a clinical research in a community-based trial, we have done ROTA, and this is the second one. We have done efficacy at this level. And I think I want to thank every project investigator in every hospital and every volunteer who came forward without even asking. And I'm telling you honestly, I paid only 750 rupees. Even the rich man to poor man, everybody paid 750 rupees for their auto, according to ethical committee guidelines. Okay, and every volunteer, there was too many volunteers for the work. I think that was shown that the country can do research in this country.
So last question again, sorry. I want to know what's the road ahead. We are waiting for the final approval from the regulator for Covaxin for children, and also the nasal vaccine, which is going to be you're looking at it as a booster. What's the update on that?
I mean, children vaccine is, we have done complete all our clinical trial. It is with the government. Government has to take a decision, not us. And coming to the nasal, we completed a phase 2 trial now. And I think we are compiling the data. And data seems to be extremely good. And now we need to see how to go about it.
With the T20s done and dusted, it's now time for the India-New Zealand face-off in the longest format. The world's top 2 sides in Test will square off in a 2-match series, starting with the first Test in Kanpur's Green Park Stadium. Here's what you can expect from the clash of the Titans.
Gives himself a little bit of underneath it. Deepak Chahar this time. What a performance by India.
After a series sweep in the T20s, Team India now gets into the wilds for the Test series against the Kiwis.
Nicely worked away.
KL Rahul has been ruled out of the series with a strain in his thigh.
Nicely played.
Which means Shubman Gill in all likelihood will return to open with Mayank Agarwal. Suryakumar Yadav has been drafted into the squad as a replacement for KL Rahul, but what remains to be seen is if he gets to make his Test debut or the team management gives preference to Shreyas Iyer. India have rested quite a number of regulars for the Test series with Rohit Sharma, Rishabh Pant, Mohammad Shami and Jasprit Bumrah all given some rest before they are back for the tour of South Africa in December. Test captain Virat Kohli will join the team for the second Test in Mumbai, and in his absence, Ajinkya Rahane will lead the team in Kanpur.
This time carefully playing the pull shot.
Rahane would also look to grab this opportunity at home and resurrect his Test career. He has been struggling with the bat and has hardly scored anything significant since his century in Melbourne late last year. In Jadeja, Ashwin, Akshar Patel and Jayant Yadav, India have 4 spinners to pick from, 2 left-arm spinners and 2 off-spinners. Ashwin is also approaching a landmark and is just 5 wickets away from overtaking Harbhajan Singh's record of 417 Test wickets, which would make him the 3rd most successful Test bowler for India.
Nice shot.
For the Kiwis, Kane Williamson will return to lead the side after taking some time off during the 3-match T20 series.
Powerful and aggressive.
Like India, New Zealand have also lost their first choice opener in Devin Conway to an injury. Traditionally, the Kiwis have struggled on the turning tracks in Indian conditions, but with majority of the Indian regulars missing from the team, the Kiwis might just fancy their chances. For the Indian youngsters though, it will be an opportunity to showcase their talent and make their presence count. Sports Bureau, India Today.
But this is just incredible.